What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City live watch along for everybody to enjoy. Today we're going to be doing the Premier League watch along of the game between Brighton and Manchester City. This is a game where fans return back to stadiums, of course, in the Premier League, so there is that to look forward to, and always good to see fans back into the stadiums, and it's interesting to see how that does end up impacting Manchester City going into this game. It's our final Premier League game away from home of the season 2, and City have put out a very strong team here against Brighton. Brighton, of course, sitting in 17th place, already safe from relegation in the Premier League, just like it was against Newcastle away. A bit of a dead rubber this one, but last away game of the season for Manchester City in the Premier League for everybody to enjoy. So before I crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help support my channel, then do subscribe. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. It's 3. We are aiming for 18,000 subscribers. We're only one subscriber away from 17,100 subscribers. So if you want to be that 17,100th subscriber to my channel, then do subscribe. Don't forget also my social media links. You can find them in the description below and also on the yellow banner too if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below and on the yellow banner too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video as well. We are aiming once more for 100 likes minimum on this live stream. We're now only 83 likes away from that goal, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. And don't forget also, leave your thoughts in the comments below if you're watching this after the game, or leave your thoughts in the live chat, which is currently rolling. I can see in the live chat we've had FIFA, we've currently got Robert Robinson in there, we've got Clarksman as well, and we've also got Dwight as well. So yeah, love that from Dwight. What's going on, guys? Dwight here, love that. Thank you very much, Dwight, for tuning in. Robert going for 2-1 to Manchester City, Clarksman going for 3-0 to Manchester City, and we've also got Midnemo tuning in, going for a 4-0 Manchester City win. So thank you very much to everybody for tuning in. It is much appreciated. Now, before I get on with this short preview, before we get on with this live watch along of this game, this video, it's sponsored. It's brought to you by the best footballing app out there, OneFootball. OneFootball will keep you up to date with all the latest football fixtures, results, live statistics, live commentary during the games, what channel you can view today's game on, and any other game as well. So today's, if you're watching in the UK, is live on BT Sport. And it also keeps you up to date with the latest football news and transfer news as well, and is one of the sources of information that I use for my transfer updates. It's a free app to download. It's well worth downloading, and downloading the app through the link at the top of my description does help to support the future content created here on my channel. I do have my promo video, which I'm going to roll for you right now. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. So thank you very much to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. It is much appreciated. Like I said, you want to go and download the OneFootball app. The link I've just pasted into the description and also at the into the chat, and also in my description as well. If you want to go and download the OneFootball app, legends only at the JSGC channel, download the OneFootball app using my link. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Right, I do apologise. I'm about 20 minutes late or so here than what I was planning to be. Traffic for you. I've had to turn around. I've had to do a full turn around and go back the opposite way in which I came to get back to my house. So yeah, it's just been absolutely mental out there. So yeah, it's added an extra 20 minutes onto my journey, hence 20 minutes late here. I mean, I've not even finished my tea. We know that's a regular when Man City aren't kicking off at 8 o'clock that I'll be eating my tea at some point. I've managed to eat a little bit because I'm absolutely starving, so I've got enough energy to get through this, but I'll more than likely be eating my tea during this live stream. But it's a dead rubber game. Who cares? Not me, that is for sure. Right, preview then for this game. I'm going to start off first with our opposition, Brighton, who are lined up ready to come out. Manchester City at the opposite end of the tunnel as well. So in net for Brighton today is Sanchez in goal. We've got White, Burnham, Webster as centre-backs. Pascal Gross looks like he's slotting in according to One Football. At right wing-back, they've got Moder, and at left wing-back, they've got Basuma. Keeping an eye on him, he's getting linked with a move to Manchester City as a possible Fernandinho long-term replacement, along with Alzate as well. They've also got McAllister going on the left-hand side. Jahan Bayask, I'm not sure how you say his name. Jahan Bayaksh, I'm not sure. Anyway, he's going on the right, and Danny Welbeck going through the middle for Brighton today. On the bench for them, they've got Karbanovic, Ciao, Trossard, Lallana, Enquiries, Caicedo, not the former Man City man, by the way, that's Moises Caicedo, not Philippe Caicedo, who played for Manchester City, Jason Steele, Aaron Connolly, and also Christian Walton too. As Man City get themselves a guard of honour, our second guard of honour of the season. Let's give the players a big round of applause. Of course, Manchester City, Premier League champions. Big, massive shout out to Brighton and Hove Albion players, fans, and also staff. They're all giving a big applause to the champions Manchester City, so salute to them, big respect to Brighton, best of luck for this game. For Manchester City today, we're lining up with Ederson in goal, a chance for him to get a clean sheet and have the opportunity of further extending his chances of winning the Golden Glove for this season. Cancelo right back, Zinchenko left back, going the centre back pairing of John Stones and Ruben Diaz. Very strong defence that from Manchester City. Rodri defensive midfield along with Gündogan and Bernardo Silva. Riyad Mahrez on the right hand side, Phil Foden on the left hand side, and Ferran Torres, I'm pleased to see, going through the middle. Going to be interesting because a lot of these players will be starting in that Champions League final, so this is a chance for them to get a good 70 or 80 minutes under their belts and see just how sharp they are, ready for the Champions League final coming up in just less than a couple of weeks. On the bench for Manchester City, good news, Kevin De Bruyne makes the bench along with Zach Steffen, Nathan Ake, Fernandinho, Gabriel Jesus, Cole Palmer, nice to see him on the bench once more, Benjamin Mendy, Aymeric Laporte, and Eric Garcia as well. So no Sergio Aguero, hopefully he'll be fit enough to get some kind of feature in our last game of the season, his last ever Premier League appearance. So Sergio Aguero won't be making one last Premier League away match appearance, it won't be happening, he isn't in the squad. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen, that is a preview. My score prediction for this game, strong team from Manchester City, I'm going to go with them with a point to prove. 3-0 to Manchester City is my score prediction. Let me know yours in the chat, that would be much appreciated. We've also got Nadir going for 3-1 to Manchester City. We've got Daniel as well. Good evening, thank you for tuning in, and Dad, thank you very much for tuning in and helping to moderate today's chat, so please do keep it clean, no spamming, no ruining of goals and things like that. Thank you very much. And Dad, I am very well, thank you. How are you? Just a little frustrated that I've had to go live 20 minutes later than what I wanted, but that's down to traffic and shutting the road and being an accident and stuff. Yeah. It happens with cars, so there we go, but better late than never. Here we are, ready for the live watch-along of this Premier League game. Of course, Manchester City's final Premier League game away from home. It's against Brighton and Hove Albion. They've got fans in the stadium. I think it's around 7,500 fans. It's 25% of their capacity. Looking forward to this. Should be good. Should be a good atmosphere. Brighton fans will be delighted to get back in the stadiums, of course, as well. Dad going for 2-1 to Manchester City, and it is live. And Martin going for 4-0 to Manchester City. So thank you very much for everybody for leaving your thoughts. It is much appreciated. So lastly, before I crack on with this live watch along, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. We're still aiming for 17,100 subscribers. We're one away. If you want to be that one, then go and subscribe to my channel. Let's get that live subscriber count ticking over. Don't forget also to leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. We're now 75 likes away from 100 likes, so any help towards that again would be much appreciated by me. And do go and check out today's video sponsor, One Football. Link is at the top of my description, or I put it in the chat just before if you're going to go and download the One Football app. Go and check out my social media links too, there in the description below or on the banner too, if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description and on the banner too if you want to go and hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Right, we're all set here for kickoff. Manchester City playing in their away kit, their smart away kit. It might well be the last time we see Man City playing in our 2020-2021 away kit. City going to be attacking from right to left, Brighton attacking from left to right. And we are ready and set here for kickoff, and we do have kickoff for this Premier League game. Come on, Manchester City, let's make it another win. Clean sheet, that would be absolutely fantastic as well, as Brighton choose to send the ball long, and it's going to be cleared by Manchester City through João Cancelo. I am here, all safe and well, all sorted. Accident and things weren't involving me. There's 4 police cars zooming past. There was an ambulance as well. Not too sure what's happened. I'll probably find out later. Curiosity will kill the cat there as Man City pick themselves up a free kick inside their own half at the back. Free kick on Phil Foden. All ready and set up. It was all a bit of a rush, but we got there. We've got everything sorted, which is really good. I don't like these earlier kickoffs. I like 8 o'clock. Get me to 8 o'clock, because we do hit 17,100 subscribers. So thank you everyone for that. Much appreciated. We're now 900 subs away from 18,000 subscribers. Let's see if we can hit that, within the next month or so. Next 5-6 weeks. That would be brilliant. That's the rate we've been going at over the last month or so, as Man City pick themselves up a free kick through today's captain Ilkay Gündogan, as Jahan Bashak brings down Ilkay Gündogan. I'm probably butchering his name, I do apologise for that. Maybe someone can help me out with the pronunciation. I've never been the strongest on pronunciations. Ganesh going for 3-0 to Manchester City, my prediction as well. It's a good ball. Here's Phil Foden then, inside the Brighton half. Riyad Mahrez, can he do anything with the ball on the right hand side for Man City? Cancelo now with the ball. Riyad Mahrez once more. Dad going for 1-0 to Manchester City, as Mahrez is in on the area. It's a good ball floated in, and Gündogan puts it into the back of the net. It's 1-0 Manchester City already, less than 2 minutes into the game. Manchester City take the lead. It's Ilkay Gündogan back in amongst the goals for Manchester City, and a good start to the game here for Manchester City as Pep's doing all of this. Let's be celebrating. It's 1-0 Manchester City. It's Ilkay Gündogan. I'm just going to wait until we know that it is onside and it is going to be a goal for Manchester City. Literally City's first attack. It's a good ball in that from Riyad Mahrez. Got to be from Cancelo. Was it Mahrez? I think it was Mahrez actually. He's got to be starting in the match against Chelsea. Really good ball in. Perfectly onside. It's 1-0 Manchester City. Good header back across. Good goal that from Manchester City. And we take the lead. It's only taken 2 minutes before we do take the lead in this game. Just what the doctor ordered. Nice quick goal. Sets us up as well. Sets us up really nicely. Ferran Torres was trying to follow it in. Gundogan's at the back post just to follow that in. There's a Brighton fan putting his thumbs down. Not sure what he's putting his thumbs down at, but that's funny. And there we go. Goal for Manchester City. All sorted. It's a good start. A nice bright start to the game. As Brighton win the ball high up here, so there's a chance here for them to try and formulate themselves an attack. It's been an action-packed first. How long have we been live for? 14 minutes or so. Always entertaining. What we like to see. I'm just catching up with all the things and everything. People might be able to keep me more up to date. I'm just having a check, see if they put out Champions League ticket information yet. It said it was coming out today. I've seen that Sheikh Mansour is going to... he's gone... I'm locking my ring light over. I do apologise for it. Let me just sort that out. Make sure that's not reflecting and stuff. That's right. I've got a second ring light rolling. Just trying it, see how it works. I think that's good. Yeah, ish. Trying to make it so it's not reflecting so badly in there. Try and move it around. There isn't really a good position. There we go, that'll do. Yeah, as a shot comes in from Brighton, it's blocked and out for a corner. So yeah, the news today, we're still waiting for ticket information I think to come out. I can't see it anywhere if it has come out already. Maybe someone can point me in the right direction. But anyway, Sheikh Mansour said he's going to fund for and pay for all the COVID tests and the travel for Manchester City fans if they're wanting to travel from Manchester to Porto to do a day trip. That is all being funded for, so it won't cost a fan a single penny. You've just got to pay for your Champions League ticket. So we're talking like £40 to £100, and you can watch Man City in the Champions League final. So then Champions League final tickets, them 6,000 tickets, they're going to be going like hotcakes. They're going to be very difficult to get hold of. So unless you're a season ticket holder with a lot of points, I don't think you're going to be getting near that game, if I'm honest, which is disappointing, sitting here as a member, as hopefully a future potential Manchester City season ticket holder, not being able to get to the game, but it is what it is. It means I can live stream for you guys, and I have got an absolute treat in place for everybody, as Danny Welbeck's in, and he goes to lob Edison, and it's wide of the post. Wide, that one from Danny Welbeck. City wanted the flag to go up there. Flag never came, and it goes wide. JJ, thanks for tuning in. We've got Martin as well. He was miles offside there, Danny Welbeck. So we've got Martin in, Ganesh tuning in from India, much appreciated. One day you will make it, never give up. We've got Conke as well in the chat. We've got Martin in on the chat as well. Thank you everybody for tuning in. It is much appreciated by me. Yeah, can't find anything with return in terms of ticket info at the moment. Dad, thank you very much for that. Yeah, we're doing really well for picking up good numbers. As Man City come forward once more, here is Riyad Mahrez. Now to Bernardo Silva. I believe Harry Kane's leaving Tottenham when I see it, if I'm honest. Dragon, thank you very much for tuning in as well. As Brighton go long, I'm starving, I'm going for my tea again. Jedi, thanks for tuning in. Where do I think I can see Harry Kane potentially either going to City or Manchester United, if I'm honest. I don't think it'll be anyone else. Chelsea, maybe. Not sure on that one. Could see it being either of the Manchester clubs. I was just thinking the other day, he always seems to be right up there for the top goal scorer, yet doesn't have any Premier League titles to his name. And people talk about Harry Kane like being one of the best Premier League strikers of all time, but you can't speak of being best Premier League striker of all time without actually winning the Premier League. Thierry Henry, Sergio Aguero, Alan Shearer, Wayne Rooney, all Premier League winners. What a ball that was to Riyad Mahrez, and what a touch. And just buys City a free kick inside the Brighton half. It's not been an amazing performance this from City so far, first 8 minutes or so. But we've got the goal. Hello Manran, thank you for tuning in, much appreciated. Why am I not happy Harry Kane is leaving? You want to cry in joy. Like I said, I believe it when I see it. Just because a player wants to leave doesn't mean they will leave. And to be honest, like, I'll always support a player becoming a Man City player if they become a Man City player, but chucks himself to the ground, theatrics. I've not forgotten what he did against City with his theatrics. I don't think he's a very likeable striker. That's my honest opinions on him. That's a poor touch from Cancelo, and he brings down Danny Welbeck. He wants a free kick, and referee has given a free kick. Now, Cancelo could be in serious trouble here. Serious trouble. Red card! Cancelo's been given a straight red card. Ruben Diaz cannot believe it. No, that's not a free kick for me. That's not a sending off for me. That's a shoulder-to-shoulder challenge there. I don't know, not too sure why Danny Welbeck decides to chuck himself to ground there. He's more wrestling with Cancelo. It's 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. That for me isn't a red card. Not for me anyway. This is a big moment. I'm on pasta and garlic bread. It's my go-to on when time is short. Good evening, Mixing. Thanks for tuning in. So VAR is having a look at this. Not for me. It's so weak. Welbeck knows what he's doing. I don't know why Cancelo's trying to control. I don't think he's ever going to get anywhere near that. So VAR checking the denial of a goal scoring opportunity. It's the fact that he hooks his arm. I just don't think there's enough in that for a free kick to even be given. So hoping the referee might be able to go up to the monitor and have a look at that. I think the decision stands. He's been sent off. No, that's not the correct decision for me. So Cancelo's been sent off after 11 minutes. It's 1-0 Manchester City still. Very, very weak red card that. Very weak. Don't think there was anything in that. Not that I sit here that I'm that bothered by it. I think Pep Guardiola's having a look at the challenge. We'll see what exchange he puts in with Cancelo. Pep just taps him on the head there as he walks past. Cancelo not happy about that. So City just need to focus here and see out this free kick first and foremost. Bernardo Silva, smallest player on the pitch, lying in front of the wall. When the ball goes in and you're lying in front of the wall, it's a bit of a meme. It's a bit of a joke, isn't it? So, free kick comes in. It does try and go under the wall, and it's blocked. There you go. It has its use lying under the wall, and it goes out for a corner. Does that come off Bernardo Silva? No, it's come off one of the players' feet. It would have hit, I think, perhaps Bernardo Silva in the head there. Bit of a weak free kick that from Brighton. So they've got a corner, so a bit more defending for Manchester City to do once more here. Brighton, I have a feeling my target set pieces. Try and put a ball in. It's not a very good ball in. And Man City can clear their line through Ruben Diaz at the second attempt. Rodri and Mahrez try and bring it forward. Foden looking lively. Manages to get an interception in. Who's going to go in at the right-hand side as that goes out for a goal kick there to Manchester City. So danger averted there. Right, what Man City need to be very careful of here now that we're past the initial instinct of Brighton trying to up their game to try and get an equaliser with City going down to 10 men. What Man City now needs to be careful of is ensuring that we're not going down the route of trying to kill this game off. If you remember Wolves away, was it last season or the season before? We need to just make sure that we're just keeping on top of that and ensuring that if we do get the goals, because there's more than enough quality on the pitch, even with 10 men. Man City are more than capable of beating Brighton with 10 men. We've already got the goal advantage. Brighton are the team that need to bring the game to us. I think Man City just need to sit a bit deeper and ensure that Brighton don't really get the space, and we just ensure we're playing our possession-based football like we like to play. I can see Eric Garcia is set to come on, which is up for opinions of many fans there, but I presume he's going to slot in at right back for Manchester City here. I'm wondering who he's going to come off for. Pep obviously not going to be too happy. I mean, this is to me this is the problem that we have with not starting Fernandinho. I mean, I would have started Fernandinho and Rodri together alongside each other. That such an instant like this would happen, that I'd just put Fernandinho in at right back and put Rodri in his normal position. Problem solved. Done. And because of that now, a player's going to have to come off. So I'm going to presume it would be for one of the more attacking players. The situation is now, whoever you bring off are more than likely going to have to feature now against, to get their sharpness up, feature against Everton. So Ferran Torres is the man that comes off. That's desperately unlucky. Fresh from scoring a hat-trick, has to come off. That's really disappointing. It was Gündogan with the goal, by the way. And thank you, Conke, tuning in from South Africa. Ferran Torres, the man to come off. Right, we've got over 40 people now tuning in. Much appreciated. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We are on the push towards 100 likes once more. We're at 34 likes, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. We're currently looking for 66 more likes. Can we get 66 more likes? That would be fantastic. I agree, the standard of English officiating is horrendous. It's awful. Never a red card in my opinion, that. But also don't forget to check out today's video sponsor, OneFootball. Link is at the top of my description. I'm also putting it in the chat as well for everybody to check out. If you want to go and check out OneFootball, that would be much appreciated. It does help to support the future content created on my channel if you do download OneFootball through that link. And don't forget also to subscribe to my channel. We've now passed 17,100 subscribers, and we're on that push now towards 18,000 subscribers. So any help towards that goal would be much appreciated by me. So Brighton now just looking to try and get ahead of steam, trying to push for the momentum here. It'd be very interesting to find some of the thoughts of that red card there. It's a very, very harsh red card on Ciao Cancelo. Very harsh. City can come away with it. That's a great bit of play from Mahrez and Phil Foden. I'm just not sure how they've managed to hold on to that and they think that that was a red card. I'm just not sure on that, if I'm honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. Just go check the latest scores. I know United are playing right now. So it's currently, with Edison taking a long ball, 17 minutes in, Manchester City lead away from home here by 1-0. So at the moment, some later scores. So it's Southampton 0, Leeds United 0 in the 61st minute. An hour gone, Man United 1, Fulham 0. I know Cavani scored it. I've heard it was a very good goal, but I've not seen it myself to judge. As Morris has a shot and it's deflected and it's out for a corner to Manchester City. Man City, of course, 1-0 up here against Brighton at the moment. Yeah, so Sky Sports was reading what they've put. They've said the original arm of movement comes in from Danny Welbeck, not Ciao Cancelo. Ciao Cancelo, to blame for getting himself into that mess in the first place, didn't need to, which I agree with. Harsh red card, though. A harsh red card here. There's a corner here for Manchester City. The header is won by Ruben Diaz, and John Stones can't collect that. And the goalkeeper comes flying out and... how was a free kick given to the goalkeeper for that? How? Goalkeeper comes flying out to collect it and then just falls up. How was the referee given a free kick for that? The goalkeeper comes for it, clatters into John Stones, takes a heavy hit and the ball he lands on the ball with his hands and so the ball squirms out. And the referee gave a free kick for that. What a joke. What an absolute joke. Oh, I forgot Blackpool are playing. They're winning 2-0 at the moment. Aren't they away as well? Decent from Blackpool. Blackpool looking good. May work to themselves to a playoff final. As Brighton decide to come forward now. 19 minutes into the penalty area. Gets squared across and Man City, through a couple of ricochets, can stop it from going out for a corner. He can clear their line through Phil Foden now. I have a feeling that Brighton will try and try and just take the game to Manchester City here. Can Man City... I mean, this is all good practice and all good experience, actually, for the upcoming Champions League final. And I mean that by the fact that we're going up against... They've obviously got an extra man. They've got what to take the game to us. They're going to cause us problems. They're a physical team. They can kick and chase. They can run as well. And all good challenges to help improve sharpness as Rodri takes a heavy touch there. And Brighton can win the ball back inside the Manchester City half. Rodri can make a challenge though, and Bernardo Silva can help bring the ball away as Phil Foden has a chase. So yeah, it was Ferran Torres that came off. He isn't injured. He's just been brought off as a tactical change to get Eric Garcia into the Manchester City defence. Is what's happened there. So Man City have a throw-in. I mean, I said it even when we'd scored. This isn't the best of games that Man City have played at the moment. First 21 minutes have looked a bit sluggish, if I was to put a word on it. Conky still going for 7-2 to Manchester City with an outrageous prediction there. Love it. I can understand why the referee gave the red card. It's VAR I have a big problem with. VAR. How VAR can judge that it's the correct decision that's being made is baffles me. Is it really only our second red card? That's surprising. Phil Foden had a chance there. There's a good bit of defending that from Brighton. And Man City get themselves a corner, a cheap corner that for Brighton to give away. Keeper's looking a bit sceptical for Brighton at the moment. A poor corner in from Mahrez. Not a good sign for Brighton as Danny Welbeck, unchallenged off the ball, has gone down, seeking treatment from the physio. Danny Welbeck, of course, heavily involved with the red card for Manchester City there, about 10 minutes or so ago. Aaron, yeah, go and put your bet on. Not sure it'll return much, but put your bet on. Knowing your luck, it won't come in. not sure. I think Danny Welbeck might be coming off here. He's been receiving treatment for a couple of minutes. He's just walking off at the moment. All the fans are applauding. I think he's heading straight down the tunnel. And the substitutes are warming up. So yeah, Danny Welbeck is coming off for Brighton. He's picked up an injury, so off he goes. I'm sure João Cancelo will be happy to see that. As Brighton ready their substitute. As Brighton do give Manchester City the ball back after we put the ball out of play for Welbeck to receive treatment. So here is Ederson with the ball now. John Stones. Good test this for the City defence. Like I said, this defence will be pretty similar. Bar Eric Garcia will be pretty similar. I mean, João Cancelo could have been given the nod in the final coming up against Chelsea. I imagine it'll probably be Walker. I mean, he'd be my pick anyway. That's surely got to be a yellow card. As Gündogan's gone down under a heavy challenge, and it is going to be a yellow card for Jahan Behashk. Nasty challenge, that a trailing leg there. Reckless. He studs up. High with studs up. I don't think there's anything malicious in it, like, if I'm honest. I'm sure Man City will want to be making the most of anything and everything right now. I'd say a yellow card is probably the fairest decision there. I mean, it's not stamped in. It's just a trailing leg that's high with the studs up. There's a bit more intent on that and a bit more of a stamp. I'd be angry and I'd be crying for a red card, but as it is, I'm not. As Trossard is going to be coming on for Brighton to get them back to 11 men after temporarily being down to 10 men. Gündogan looks in a lot of pain. Hope he's going to be okay. Looks in a considerable amount of pain there. Actually, hope he's going to be okay. Hopefully, it looks like he probably will continue for Man City. Will Man City want to take the risk? Is the question. Perhaps, maybe he's not. I don't know. So it's going to be a free kick for Man City. Zinchenko to take. Ruben Diaz goes back to Ederson. He's going to have to go long towards Phil Foden. One in the air by Brighton. Bit of a heavy pass and Ruben Diaz goes back to Ederson. I don't agree it was a red card. There weren't intent there. If there was intent, I'd say red card. It's just a trailing high leg. Like I said, if there's a stamping motion, his leg, it's just a trailing leg. His leg's up. He doesn't stamp it into the player. If he stamps that into the player, so his knee bends backwards and then goes forwards again with intent to push forward, I'd consider it dangerous. It's not. His leg just comes up. He doesn't move his knee or anything. There isn't a jolted movement towards the player, so I don't think there's any intent there. Reckless challenge. Doesn't need to be made. It's a yellow card. End of the matter. I mean, if Man City haven't had the red card, I will ask, would you be saying right now that you think that was a red card? And I think the answer would more than likely be no. I'm sure there'll be some out there that's saying yeah, but not for me. I think the problem you got with VAR is the people behind VAR are the incompetent officials anyway. That's why it doesn't work. Right, ladies and gentlemen, City just settling more into the game now. I presume Brighton are going to start to have a bit more possession. I mean, I feel like with 11 men, as the game developed, it'd end up being a a 65-35% possession in Man City's favour, one-way traffic, they sit deeper type game. Man City have managed to get an opening goal after 2 minutes to open the game up. With Man City going down to 10 men makes it a pretty interesting and entertaining game now. Makes it much more unpredictable. What I will say is Brighton do need a goal. There's a good chance here for them to get a goal. He's scuffed his kick. Ooh. Still the opportunity is there, and a shot comes in and it's blocked by Zinchenko and out. So yeah, I presume Brighton's going to start to see a little bit more of the ball, start to be a bit more adventurous and start believing in themselves a little bit more. So it's all about, can Man City weather that storm, and then when they come forward, try and make things happen. Because in terms of an attacking intent from City, apart from that goal, we haven't really done much. We've come forward maybe once or twice, which I know we're down to 10 men, but we are playing 17th place in the Premier League and we are the champions, so it is slightly disappointing, but they're a good team, Brighton. They've got a good manager, Graham Potter, a nice positive manager. It's going to be a difficult game. We have to be on it. If we want the 3 points, we've got to be on it now more than ever with with us having a red card. Bernardo Silva is a cynical tackle there. Just giving the referee an excuse there. I think he's lucky to just escape with a word and nothing more. I think that's the referee just saying any more and he'll go into the book there. It's a cynical challenge that from Bernardo Silva. The last thing we need is getting ourselves into more trouble after having a decision not go our way. Ludicrous decision at that. Here's Brighton then. So 32 minutes in. Brighton 0, Manchester City 1. Don't forget, if you are enjoying the content though, ladies and gentlemen, please do subscribe. That would be much appreciated. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. We are aiming for 18,000 subscribers. We're less than 900 subs away from that goal, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also to leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. That would be much appreciated by me. We are aiming now, we're aiming for 100 likes. We are 54 likes away from that goal, so we're nearly halfway there. So any help towards that would be much appreciated by me. And don't forget also to go and check out today's video sponsor, which is OneFootball. OneFootball will keep you up to date with all the latest football news, transfer news, as well as the latest fixtures, results, statistics, league tables. All your footballing needs is all there in the OneFootball app. It's a free app to download. Pressing that link at the top of my description, or the link that I've put in the chat as well, will take you to the... does help to support the future content created here on my channel, and also does help to support the content that I do create. As Brighton, I think, have just picked themselves up a corner. Ruben Diaz unhappy about something there. I think he wanted a free kick. Or has he got a goal kick? I think he's got a goal kick instead. I think he's claiming a push. Ruben Diaz not happy anyway. Good chance here for him to get 90 minutes under his belt. So it's Edison here with the goal kick for Manchester City. No real intent from City so far, which is slightly disappointing. As we're now nearly halfway there to our like goal. Will Foden's going to be doing a lot of running in this game. I'm more disappointed for Ferran Torres more than I am João Cancelo, because he's scored a hat-trick in his last game, earned himself a start in this game, and didn't have any time to prove himself to see what he can do, and he's had to be taken off. So I'm hoping he'll start against Everton. I'd start him against Everton if I'm honest, with Foden and Mahrez starting in this game. There's just no need for them to be starting on Sunday. So I would be starting with Torres, and probably Sterling would be my picks for that game. And I'd probably start Aguero as well. I mean, he's probably not going to start in the Champions League final. I'll say more than likely he won't be. So if he's fit to go, I'd start Aguero, let him have his last start, let him have his moment for us. His final moment as well, which is emotional. 3-0 Blackpool. Good for Blackpool. Nice to see them go back up to the Championship. I know Aaron won't say that, being a Preston fan and having a rivalry with them, but it would be nice to see. The dude's slower. That's really funny. So Dragon says Garcia at right back, and the dude's slower than me. That's really funny. He isn't the quickest. Like I said, I'd have gone with Rodri and Fernandinho today. Would have been my pick, personally. And I'd have slotted in one of them at right back. And put on an extra midfielder, is what I would have done. But it is what it is. I mean, Man City are more than capable of producing with their 3 at the back for us as well. Put John Stones at the right side of thingy and move Mahrez into like a right wing back type position. Probably what I'd have gone for. I probably would have gone for Garcia, but there we go. Pep has. As I thought Garcia's match against Newcastle had been his last for us, but this might be his last game for us, maybe. Still awaiting him signing his pre-contract agreement with Barcelona. It's still not happened. It's been getting tooted about for months and months and months, yet here we are. Oh, like a free kick to Brighton. Referee's not giving anything. He does eventually now, which Brighton just want to take quickly. Mara's looking to try and intercept the ball. Brighton do well and keep hold of the ball. Brighton play a ball forward, which is going to be picked off by Ruben Diaz. Good bit of defending, puts it out of play for a throw in to Brighton. Dealing with McAllister there. Brighton lining up a shot. Good block from Rodri. Second bite of the cherry for Brighton is to overrun it, and it's out for a goal kick to Manchester City from Trossard there. Can't wait until Garcia leaves. Soon! John, thanks for tuning in. I do hope you are well on this fine Tuesday evening. City give away the ball high up into the penalty area here. Brighton in a chance. They get squared across, and it's defended well by Manchester City and out for a throw-in. Ruben Diaz, right place at the right time. Just reading Crystal Palace. Roy Hodgson's going to be leaving them at the end of the season. Just having a read about that. So his deal expires in the summer. He's going to depart Selhurst Park after the final game against Liverpool on Sunday. It's going to be his final game. So he's stepping away from top flight football. Not from football, but from top flight football. Not too sure what that means. But there we go. Roy Hodgson's going to be leaving. He's 73 years old. Surprised he's not retiring, if I'm honest. But there we go. As well, up to 50 likes now, so thank you everyone for that, much appreciated. I mean, Champions League tickets go on sale tomorrow for Man City fans. They've still not released any ticket info. I reckon they'll release ticket info probably about 10 o'clock tonight. I'll just see if Chelsea have released theirs yet. As Brighton come forward here once more. Down the left-hand side. Trossard with the ball. Big game for Chelsea today, taking on Leicester. That's a really big game. Not seen anything on Chelsea's end about tickets for it yet. As the cross comes in from Brighton, it's cleared by John Stones. Good win in the air, that by John Stones. Gündogan can win the ball now for Manchester City and come away with it. Where's the counter-attack? Where are the players? Phil Foden on the left. Mahrez is on the Right, does Gündogan have a gamble and decide to go forward? Bernardo Silva decides to stretch the pitch. There's no one in the middle for Man City. There's a clear gap there at the moment. Here is Foden now on the right hand side for City. There isn't much movement from us at the moment. I think Chelsea are just focusing on these games. I think the clubs, the Premier League clubs, are just trying to get through these games first rather than focus on the Champions League. I have no idea who's faster, if I'm honest. John, yeah, I'm very well, thank you. I'm glad you're okay as well. Like I said, we are up to 50 likes now. So 50 likes away from 100 likes, which is the aim. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. There's Brighton into the penalty area here, trying to square it across, and John Stones can deal with that at the near post. And I think he does really well. He's not got a goal kick, it's out for a corner. I mean, I'm really happy to see fans back in the stadiums, but the layout of the individual fans have got at Brighton looks really odd. They're all in like single file. Why? I don't really understand. So corner here for Brighton. What can they muster up? It's deep, headed towards the back post, and City can clear their lines. Appealing for something there, Brighton. Not too sure what they was appealing for. Man City wanted a free kick. I think something's being given now for in Manchester City's favour. Was it a nudge on John Stones, possibly? A handball? I'm not sure. Don't really know, if I'm honest. Good defending that from Ruben Diaz, though. But we don't need me to tell you how good Man City are and Ruben Diaz is at defending. As Man City have themselves a free kick. We're nearly at half time. It's been a pretty boring first half at the moment. That sending off's kind of taken the intent away from Manchester City. I think in the second half I'd probably look towards the bench again. I don't think Man City are going to win. I don't think Man City are going to run the risk of taking a defender off and putting an attacker on when we're already 1-0 up. I feel like they'll wait to see if Brighton can get anything. I mean, Man City will feel confident and feel like they're capable of winning this game at 1-0. We know that's a clean sheet. It's job done. It's 90 minutes under the players' legs. There's a chance here. Rodri, if he got that pass right, could have been a real opportunity for Man City. As okay, Gündogan looks to try and nip ahead. Instead, City get themselves a corner. I do feel like if City can get themselves the next goal, that'll be that for the game. Brighton at the moment have had 2 corners compared with 3 for Manchester City. I think there'll be a fair little bit added on for stoppage time. So Foden with the corner for City. It's not a bad ball in. It's flicked on from a City head. It goes all the way out to the right hand side. Riyad Mahrez now with the ball. Working it onto his left foot. Rodri, edge of the penalty area, whips the ball in. It's not a great ball in, but it seems to have evaded everybody. And Brighton can clear their lines eventually. Zinchenko manages to control it, but Brighton can come away with the ball into an attacking position here. He goes for an early ball. It's not a very good ball, and Edison can just control that with his chest. I mean, he could have just caught it, but he decided, oh, I'll control it with my chest. I'm bored. I want to do something. As we're into 5 minutes added on here at the Amex Stadium. We're now on to 52 likes, everybody. So 48 likes away from 100 likes. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe as well. If you are new around here, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. And do go and check out today's video sponsor, OneFootball. Their link is at the top of my description and also in the chat too. If you want to go and check out OneFootball, the OneFootball app will keep you up to date with all the latest keep you up to date with all the latest football news and transfer news. And all the other footballing needs that you do have, latest league tables, latest scores, fixtures, results, statistics, all that good stuff. It's all in the OneFootball app. It's a free app to download, so do go and press that link and download the OneFootball app. Pressing that link does help to support the future content created here on my channel. So we've got 4 more minutes to go until half-time. Man City, since scoring in the second minute, have just kind of coasted this game, really. Got quite a bit of half-time entertainment and everything sorted for all you guys to enjoy. So I am just going to get everything prepared because it's going to be a bit of a rushed half-time with everything getting squeezed in. Aguero is not on the bench. Not fit enough to make the bench. They're hoping that he'll be fit enough to be in the squad on Sunday. I certainly hope so he can have his farewell at Manchester City. I mean, even if he's not fully fit or he's not fit to be anywhere near the squad, I can see City putting him on the bench. We've got 10,000 fans in on Sunday and giving him 3 or 4 minutes. There's no harm in him having one last chance at Manchester City. But I'm just hoping that he'll be fit to start and we can have at least one more memory of Sergio Aguero. We don't want our last ever footballing memory of Sergio Aguero to be that awful Panenka penalty which ended up costing Manchester City a defeat against Chelsea, and the day where we could have won the Premier League, it ended up getting delayed a few days and waiting for Man United to lose. I don't want that to be our last memory of our Kun Aguero. I really don't. As we're into now 3 more minutes to go until half-time, 47th minute. Brighton once more coming away with the ball. Just having a look at the stats at the moment. Brighton currently having nearly 54% possession. Man City at just over 46%, which isn't good. That's all impacted down to the red card, of course. Man City won 47% of their duels, Brighton have won 53%. Aerial duels, Brighton have won 44%, City have won 56%, so that's better from City. 3 offsides for Brighton, none for City, and 3 corners apiece for both teams. The most important stat is 1 goal for Man City and none for Brighton. In terms of shots for Man City, like I said, the attacking intent's not really there. 4 shots, 1 on target, 1 goal. Clinical from City, but it's not the best performance. Brighton 7 shots, 1 on target, no goals. It's not a classic. Isn't a very good game. Like, at all. All 4 Man City shots have come from inside the penalty area, none outside. Brighton 2 inside the area and 5 outside. So it's been a good defensive performance from Man City at the moment. 9 tackles from Brighton at a tackle completion rate of 66%, which is very good. Man City's 6 tackles have been at a tackle completion rate of 33%, which isn't brilliant. Man City with a lot more clearances, 15 compared with 5 for Brighton. In terms of interceptions, though, Brighton a lot better at 6 interceptions compared with 1 for Manchester City. In terms of passes, Brighton have had more passes than us. 246 for Brighton, a pass completion rate of 86%. Manchester City had 216 passes at a pass completion rate of just 84%. So it's not often you see that at all. As Bernardo Silva comes forward with the ball, he goes down. City want a free kick. Referee says no. I thought that was a free kick to Man City, but there we go. Premier League officiating once more coming out there. So Man City being outpassed. They've got a better pass completion rate than us. They've had more possession than us. We're down to 10 men. That's not an excuse. That's not good enough from Manchester City. We need to be working on this in the second half. 8 crosses from Brighton. Cross completion rate of 37.5%. Man City with 5 crosses at a successful cross completion rate of 60%, which is outstanding from Man City's standard. 5 fouls conceded from both teams. No yellow cards for City, 1 for Brighton. And of course, in terms of red cards, that's most important, is 1 for Manchester City. Ciao through that challenge on, I'm going to put quotation marks on challenge, on Danny Welbeck from João Cancelo just after we went 1-0 ahead as Man City get themselves a free kick. Brighton not happy there. We'll push on, I think, was it Zinchenko? As Man City can have themselves a free kick. As we've got around 20 seconds or so left of this first half here. As we're nearly in at half-time, Man City have got a job to do in the second half. I don't think City will be too bothered about being out past them, having more possession and having a better pass completion rate if we win the game. But overall performance, I don't think Pep will be too happy with this, considering the strength of Man City's team. It's looked sluggish. That's my summary. Sluggish from Manchester City here. Edison slips clearing the ball for City as the referee has the whistle in his mouth and blows for half-time here. So it is half-time here at the Amex Stadium. Brighton and Hove Albion 0, Manchester City 1 in the Premier League at this moment in time. İlkay Gündogan gave Man City the lead from a good cross from the right-hand side from Riyad Mahrez after 2 minutes. He's met at the back post with a good header from İlkay Gündogan to give Manchester City the lead. And then on the, I think it was the 11th minute, Manchester City went down to 10 men. Danny Welbeck was deemed to have been fouled by by João Cancelo being the last man, and he was sent off, and the challenger just weak. Danny Welbeck had made first contact with hooking his arm around Cancelo. For some reason, VAR upheld the referee's decision. I mean, I can understand why the referee decided to give the red card. He is last man. Welbeck goes down. He's deemed that there's enough contact there. But how VAR decide that want to uphold that decision is completely beyond me. But there we go. Right, just go around these scores, around the grounds very quickly, then we'll go into the half-time entertainment here. So it's currently in the 92nd minute, Southampton 0, Leeds 1 will be a good away win that for Leeds. In the 93rd minute, everyone's going to love this, as Dad's just mentioned there, it is Manchester United 1, Fulham 1 at this moment in time. We're just waiting for full time there. There's 4 minutes added on, so that's coming up very, very shortly. Half-time here, Brighton 0, Manchester City 1. And the 8:15 kickoff is Chelsea against Leicester. That is a massive, massive game. In the League One playoff semi-final, Oxford 0, Blackpool 3 nearly full time. It's going to be an excellent win that for Blackpool, and taking a big stride towards a place at Wembley. In League 2, you've got Newport taking on Forest Green at 8:15 p.m. BST. Hello, best game. Thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. In Serie A, it's currently 0-0 between Lazio and Torino in the 21st minute. In the National League, half-time, Wrexham 0, Notts County 1. Later scores, Weymouth 0, Bournemouth 0. These are all just kicked off, I think. Aldershot 0, Eastleigh 0, and Yeovil 0, Maidenhead 0. And that's your lot. Keeping everybody up to date with all the scores from around the ground. Lots of big games coming up, so we're getting towards that nice finale towards the end of the season. Right, we have got some halftime entertainment. I'm going to put that on for you in just one moment, but make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help to support my channel, then do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. We're aiming for 18k subscribers. We're less than 900 subs away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also to leave a thumbs up if you did enjoy or are enjoying this live watch along as well. That would be much appreciated. 100 likes, we're 44 likes away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. And don't forget also to go and check out today's video sponsor, which is OneFootball. You can find their link at the top of my description and also in the live chat too if you want to go and download the OneFootball app. Using that link, that would be much appreciated by me. It does help to support the future content created on my channel. OneFootball keeps you up to date with all the latest football news, transfer news, latest scores, statistics, live league tables, latest results, live commentary, and all that good stuff. If you're a football fan, then it's worthwhile having the OneFootball app. So if you haven't downloaded it already, then do go and download it. Use that link. That would be much appreciated. Right, ladies and gentlemen, half-time here. Man City lead. Hopefully by full-time we can improve them stats and we can win the game as well. That would be absolutely fantastic. We have got some half-time entertainment. I've got 2 videos to bring to you. Both brought to you by my partner channel, Mixid. You want to go and check out his channel. His link is in my description. Then go and subscribe over there. He's less than 160 subscribers away from his goal of 1,000 subscribers. So any help towards that will be much appreciated. Now this is him bringing you 2 drinks. They're the same drink, one that he's made previously like a year or 2 back, and then one that he's made this weekend to show some continuous improvements and progressions there. So this is Mixed bringing you the first video of his original smoky old fashioned for everybody to enjoy.
Happy New Year's everyone, hope you're all having an awesome night. As to celebrate the New Year's 2020 coming in, I will be making a smoky old fashioned to bring in the new year, and I will show you guys how to celebrate with a smoky old fashioned. Right, do you know with any old fashioned it has to be in a mixing glass, build it up. So get your ice ball and we'll get these. Right, there we go. Right, this one's for the glass, we'll put that to one side. Right, what we want to do now is smoke the glass. So I've got wood chips, I'm going to do it this way. If you've got a smoke gun, that's great, that's fantastic. I'd use that instead of what I'm about to do. Right, I'm using wood chips. Get your flame or your lighter, whatever you've got. There we go. Down a bit. I should get you a closer really in this. flame off. Right, let the smoke fill up with the glass. Right, we'll zoom back out. Right, get your mixing glass, put an ice ball in, and put in 2 ounces or 60ml of bourbon. I'm using Woofers, they go great with the wood chips, and you'll see why.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be
put in 1 tablespoon of sugar. I put in half an ounce or 15ml of soda water. You can use water if you wish.
We'll take a cup of kindness yet for all anxiety.
Right, and the final thing you guys want to do now is add 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. Right, now what you want to do guys is give it a good stir, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, get this nice and chilled. Yeah. Right, we're nearly there. Right. Final thing to do now is take the glass off the plate. Should be nice and smooth when we lift it. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and all anxiety for all anxiety. Now the final thing we're going to do now is garnish it with an orange slice. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for all anxiety. There we go guys, one smoky old fashioned, perfect to bring in the New Year's. And that guys is how you make a smoky old fashioned, perfect to bring in the New Year. Because I wouldn't have it any other way, it's absolutely perfect drink. Because it's one of my favourites, old fashioned, what better way to do with smoky old fashioned. Just to show off a bit, and they're perfect for any party drink as well. But how does the smoky old fashioned taste? It should go perfect with the Woodford Reserve that I've used. Absolutely beautiful. You can never ever go wrong with an old fashioned. I'd certainly recommend it to anyone. If you're not a bourbon lover, I would recommend this drink for anyone to try. Well, that guys is all for 2019. I hope you all have an awesome 2020 and bringing a new decade, the 2020s, not 1920s. Can you imagine going back in time to the 1920s? What an era that was. But yeah, I hope you all have an awesome New Year's Eve and also a happy New Year to everyone that watches the channel. And if you're watching this video, happy New Year's everyone. Cheers. And also don't forget to like and subscribe to Mixed as well. I'm on 22 as I am on 221 subs and you've been fantastic for 2019, so I'll get 400, 500 subs next year, I don't know, but we will enjoy the content and I wish you all the best for the new year.
Now let's compare Mixed's video with his latest video and see how it compares with the actual recipe. Enjoy.
What's going on, guys? Mixed here, back again for another cocktail. And today's cocktail, guys, is the Smoky Old Fashioned. It's one of my personal favourites from the Alchemist cocktail book, because I've had it in person and it's just a lovely, lovely cocktail, and it's certainly a showstopper, this one, because it's very nice. The presentation's nice on this one and you'll certainly love it. But this is what got me into Woodford Reserve, this cocktail, because it goes perfect with the Smoky Old Fashioned, and you'll see exactly why. And the first ingredient to go in, guys, is a 45ml or 1.5 ounce of bourbon. Next ingredient, guys, is 25ml, just short of 1 ounce of filtered water. Next up is 20ml, just short of 3/4 ounce of maple syrup. And the last ingredient, guys, is 1 drop of the Bitter's Truth, because as you can see, I'll show you why I'm using this. Because it's going too quick, because it doesn't have a pipette in it. What you want to do now is give it a swirl so it mixes. So now for the fun part, get your smoke gun. Now put your wood chips in, because you put it in the end where the. So put your wood chips in. Alright, so we'll put the end in here into the flask. But say get your lights, so be very careful with this now. Right, you can hear the gas now, light it. So it's a nice end that. So now light the wood chips. So what we want to do now is turn it on. And now we're just going to leave it there for 1 minute. Because it's a nice effect. So get your smoke glass ready, because we'll just let it infuse for 1 minute. It's absolutely beautiful, because just look at the smoke off it. Because we're certainly an alchemist now, aren't we? So make sure your lights off, make sure your smoke gun's off now. Now for the fun part. All you want to do now is just pour over the ice ball. And there we have it, guys, the Smoky Old Fashioned. Because it's one of my favourite cocktails, because I loved having this at the Alchemist. It's absolutely beautiful, and that is how you create the Smoky Old Fashioned, and it's certainly a showstopper. Because the presentation is just absolutely fantastic. It's simple. If you've got a smoke gun, makes the job a hell of a lot easier. And that, guys, is the Smoky Old Fashioned. As you can see, guys, we've got smoke around the rooms, because it's not too bad. It's not setting off the fire alarm, so don't worry about that. Because we're in control. As you can see in the flask, it's still got quite a bit of smoke left. It's beautiful. Well, that, guys, is a Smoky Old Fashioned from the Alchemist. How does it taste? Does it taste like I had it 2 years ago? Absolutely beautiful. To me, it's one of the top cocktails that the Alchemist knows. But I'm just a bourbon lover, so it will be one of my favourites. Ever since I had it at the Alchemist, it made me a bourbon lover, and that's why I want to use the Woodford Reserve, as they use it at the Alchemist, because it goes well with the wood shade. Just gives it that nice woodly aromatic smells, because they just smell it, the taste of it, just absolutely beautiful. You can't go wrong with Woodford Reserve, and that, guys, is the smoky old fashioned. I highly recommend you make it a classic take on the old fashioned cocktail. And there it is. I highly recommend it. It's beautiful. If you like your bourbon and that little bit of a sweet taste, it's not too powerful. It's nice and sweet. It's got bourbon in it. It's got that aromatics of the woodly smell of burning wood chips, as I've used a hickory. But that is all. But if you wish to make this, it's a little bit expensive getting all the equipment ready, but it's highly recommended if you're being an alchemist. And for the first time, I feel like an alchemist. The science behind it, it's got my flask, got my glass, got my smoke, and I've got my lighter. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a nice molecular show. And don't forget, guys, to like and subscribe to Mix It for more cocktails like this. And next week I will be doing 3.5 ounce of happiness. And I will see you for the next Alchemist cocktail. Cheers.
Thank you very much to Mixed for providing the half-time entertainment for this game. It has run over slightly, but there we go. What can you do? I'm just going to catch the timer up for all you guys now. I think there's what about there. There we go. We'll go with that. Why not? Yeah, so thank you, Mixed. Bowden's into a great position, gets a shot away, and it's 2-0 Manchester City! Phil Foden makes it 2-0 to Manchester City, and what may well be game, set and match in this game on the left wing with a good finish on his left foot to give Manchester City a 2-goal advantage, the killer 2-goal cushion that we've been looking for. Bam, bam, bam, bam. There we go from Manchester City. Yeah, Brighton fans all stunned and shocked into silence, shaking their heads there. Man City down to 10 men, capitalise upon a poor bit of play from Brighton. Good work that from Phil Foden, really good work. Cutting across into the penalty area, referee plays an advantage. It's a really good finish that as well from Phil Foden to double Manchester City's advantage. And it's taken us only 3 minutes in here in the second half to get our second goal. So 2 minutes in the first half, 3 minutes in the second half, and that could well be the difference in this game. Bam! Get in! Right, just as I was saying there, Mixed, you can find his links in the description. If you want to go and check out his channel, that would be much appreciated by me. Like I said, he is aiming for 1,000 subscribers. You can see the progression in them videos there, as that second video was a lot cleaner, a lot fresher, and a very good video there. As Lallana comes on for Jahan Basksh, however you say his name. Thankfully, I'm happy that Lallana is a bit easier to say, and so he comes on. But yeah, good from Manchester City. That clinical from Manchester City. I think it's only our second goal on target. I'd like for us to have a couple more shots at that keeper. He doesn't look the tidiest and cleanest of goalkeepers, if I'm honest. I'd like to see a couple more shots going at him, but 2 shots on target, 2 goals for Manchester City, as Phil Foden wins himself a free kick there as well, with a flaying arm in his face. It's a free kick. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are 31 likes away from 100 likes. Can we get to 100 likes? That would be much appreciated. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also to subscribe to my channel if you are new around here. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. And do go and check out today's video sponsor as Brighton come in towards the penalty area. Can they get a shot away? Twisting and turning past Ruben Diaz. Is he taking a touch too many? A shot comes in. It's a goal for Brighton. It's a goal for Brighton. Makes it 2-1 and game back on here. The game isn't completely finished and no clean sheet for Edison and no clean sheet for Manchester City. It's a bit disappointing. I look like the opportunity had evaded. Was it Trossard, I think, that's got the goal for Brighton? It's got them back into the game. That'll give them a taste and it's just going to bring Brighton back forward just as it looked like Man City were getting away with it. Getting Rodri there, giving the ball away, then not tracking back, just lifting his head up, getting frustrated there. Looked like City had crowded him out. There weren't enough players and bodies there to stop Trossard, I think it was, with the goal. And he gets a nice clean shot away. City just ran out of bodies there. Edison gets a hand onto that too. It's a bit disappointing that. And Brighton just back into the game after we just put them out of the game. So that's disappointing. Anyway, like I said, do go and check out today's video sponsor, OneFootball. You can find their link at the top of my description or also in the chat if you want to go and download the OneFootball app. That would be much appreciated. We're now 29 likes away from 100 likes. Let's make it happen, ladies and gentlemen. So Graham Potter's men, upper man, back into the game. City once again going to have to work hard to try and re-establish their 2-goal cushion. Zinchenko with the throw in. Here's a Gündogan. Zinchenko just clears it off a Brighton player and out for a goal kick to Manchester City. So no clean sheet for Edison. That's the fact here. Edison gets a good strong hand onto it. There's nowhere else that Trossard could go with that shot. That's a disappointing goal to concede. The substitute makes the difference there for Brighton and gets the goal. Came on for Welbeck, of course. As Man City get themselves a throw in inside the Brighton half. City need to just be a bit more positive. We're going to have to play a lot better than this if we want to win the Champions League in less than 2 weeks' time. A lot better than what we've played today. 10 men or not, it's not been a clean, good performance from City. They haven't created much. So it's like we've got the early goal and we're happy to sit and settle on that. Well, Brighton's got the goal. Man City's still got that advantage. Not too sure why the referee, the linesman's given a free kick there. What's he giving a free kick for? I don't really understand. City just threw it into the path of Bernardo Silva, who controlled the ball under pressure. He gave a free kick to Brighton. It's a great tackle from Rodri. Great work from Gündogan as well. Inside the Brighton half. Gündogan goes down, wants a free kick. Referee says no, so Brighton can come away with it, looking for the counter-attack. As Eric Garcia makes a block on the pass and it goes out of play for a Brighton throw-in. Most vulnerable, Philip, when you when you score. The layout of the fans that Brighton's got, it's in single filed, looks ridiculous. There's not a good sign for Man City under pressure. İlkay Gündoğan's gone down. Under no pressure. That's really not good news for Man City. It's the last thing we need right now in the build-up to a Champions League final is a player like İlkay Gündoğan, so important to City, has gone down. His face isn't a good face. He's just holding the lower parts of his just below his knee. Fernandinho's readying himself to come on. Sounds good, that, John. He's taking an impact on his leg there, İlkay Gündoğan. Fernandinho's going to come on. He's walking gingerly there. He's not happy. Hopefully, fingers crossed, Gündoğan will be okay. It's just a precautionary measure that he's going off. And that he will be okay. Just a bit of rest, a bit of ice, a bit of magic spray. Bit of a rub after the game from the masseuse, from the physiotherapist, and he'll be good to go. There's Foden with the second goal for City. It's going to be Fernandinho coming on for Ilkay Gündogan here. So a chance here for Fernandinho to get another 35 minutes under his belt ahead of the Champions League final. So below that for Ilkay Gündogan, he gets a word from Pep. Like I said, fingers crossed it will be good news. The good news is that Ilkay Gündogan is just going straight to his seat. He isn't going down the tunnel for secondary opinions, which is good news. Like I said, just put an ice pack on it, get a bit of the swelling up if there is any swelling, give it a rest, let the physiotherapist sort it out, and hopefully he'll be good to go for the Champions League final. Obviously, more than likely won't be risked now ahead of the Champions League final for the Everton game at the weekend, but why would he? Brighton play a long ball forward, which Edison is going to pick up for Manchester City eventually. So Gündogan is, it's like I said, he's just gone straight to his seat, just getting an ice pack strapped to him and just get that swelling up. My first instinct looking at it is it's probably not that serious. I think if it was serious, it'd have gone down the tunnel to be looked at. Surely a couple of painkillers and injections and stuff, he'd be good to go for the Champions League final if it's not too serious. Hoping it isn't. So good pass into Foden. He does so well to control it. He works the ball out to Bernardo Silva. He's got Foden and Mahrez in the box. Works it to Rodri on the edge of the penalty area. Here is Zinchenko. Not really mentioned Zinchenko's name too much in this game. That 10 men's really taken the sting out of Man City's normal play. It's not been a normal game. It's not been a very good game. Somehow we've got both teams to score on this game at the moment. Not too sure how, but we have. As we're now 26 likes away from 100 likes. So any help towards that, ladies and gentlemen, would be much appreciated. If you are watching this, then please do leave a thumbs up if you haven't already. Let's get to 100 likes. Most live streams that I've done this season have got to more than 100 likes, so hopefully that will be no different in this game. Bit of an ill-timed to challenge that from Eric Garcia. As Man United did finish 1-1, by the way. And Leeds have won 2-0 away at Southampton. Got a late goal. Good win that for Leeds, continuing their march up the table. Sitting 3 points behind West Ham. There's a chance here for Mahrez, bringing the ball forward for City. It's a good challenge, though, by Brighton. They can come forward. Man City just missing an extra man in the middle to create that space. Have that extra man in the middle, I think, would be perfectly fine in this game, if I'm honest. Disappointing that red card was given. There's a ball chipped to the edge of the penalty area for Brighton. It's a block shot that's blocked by Fernandinho. And City should be able to bring it away. They're appealing for handball, Brighton. They've got hold of the ball somehow. Really weak defending that from City. It's fizzled across. And it's just about defended by Zinchenko and cleared by Manchester City. Woo! That was desperate. So Brighton once more coming away with the ball. Can they make anything happen? It's blocked. Ball in by Zinchenko and out for a throw into Brighton on the edge of the Manchester City penalty area. It's Brighton that's looking more likely than City at the moment. Maybe feeling more confident with fans there, of course, for the first time in a very long time. Not too sure if it's been Brighton's first time since last March. I don't think it is. I'm fairly sure they had 2000 when it was allowed in the latter parts of the autumn into winter, when we had the tiered system. But certainly their biggest capacity since March that they've had. It's a poor ball given away by Busaka, and City can come away with it. Mahrez. Rodri now inside the Brighton half. This is have a spell. Have the ball. Enjoy having the ball. We're now 22 likes away. That's a free kick coming against Rodri. He's not had a great game here, Rodri. He's got a black eye. Oh, that was naughty from Eric Garcia. That's what they were appealing for before in the penalty area with the handball. I feel like Brighton's already had the best of it with that sending off. Never mind getting themselves a cheap penalty as well, but your hand touches the ball. There's always a risk. Always a risk. Particularly with incompetent referees and in the penalty area as well. Now 21 likes. Brighton come across again into the penalty area, touches across, it gets squared across and it's hit and it's well blocked that by Zinchenko. Referee says no penalty. They wanted a handball there and managed to get themselves a free kick on the edge of their own penalty area. So a good block that from Alexander Zinchenko. Really good block. Brighton making another substitution. To send the ball long towards Mahrez on the right wing. It's going to be picked off by Brighton. They can work it back to the keeper. Ball sent forward. Headed clear by John Stones into the path of Rodri. It was a good header that from John Stones. Rodri looks to try and come away with the ball. It's a really good challenge that by Brighton. I mean, a good game. Like Basuma. City interested apparently in him. Trying to showcase his talent, I'm sure, as the ball gets fizzled in towards Ederson and he can collect the ball. Not really too much to report on, is there, at the moment? Instead, it's been a drab game, this. Brighton with the ball now. Nice little flick into the path, into the channel, and Stones can mop that up. So Brighton do eventually make their substitution. It's Alzate that goes off and Enquiries comes on. Gonna take a drink out of this with the lid shut. That's where we're at the moment. We're at with 20 likes now, ladies and gentlemen, away from 100 likes. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Let's get to 100 likes. Got 25 minutes or so to go. Still plenty of time. 20 likes. It's a poor ball in from Brighton. Edison, fairly sure, shouts there to John Stones. And Stones just gives the ball away. It's a poor bit of play again. Is Brighton coming away with the ball? This is rubbish from City. Really poor. And a shot comes in and it's over the crossbar. What are they doing? It's Basuma that puts the ball away for Brighton. It's too much on that. It goes over the top of the crossbar. 18 likes away. 18 more to go. We're getting there. Still plenty of time left in this game. City's still got a job to do. There's only one goal in it. Brighton will fancy the chances. City, of course, took the lead on the second minute. Then sent down to 10 men. After Ciao was deemed to have fouled Danny Welbeck and was sent off for being the last man. City then, just after half-time, 3 minutes into the second half, took the lead through doubled their lead through Phil Foden, which was cancelled out just a couple of minutes later by Trossard, the substitute that came on for Danny Welbeck, who went off injured in the first half. Sets us up to where we are at this moment in time, with 23 minutes or so remaining of this game. Currently, Brighton and Hove Albion 1, Manchester City 2. Here is Brighton inside the City penalty area. They fiddle it across and it's out of play for a goal kick to Manchester City. Brighton looking to try and get up ahead of steam here. We're now 15 likes away from 100 likes. Eric Garcia is having a torrid time on that right hand side for City. Brighton left hand side. You can tell he's not a right back. Why is Kyle Walker not on the bench though? Edison goes long from his goal kick, really long towards Phil Foden. The header's won though by Brighton at the back. Dan Burn it was winning the header. As Fernandinho tries to put Basuka under pressure. Basuma, sorry. Not clicking at all for City at the moment, yet we lead still. Here is Basuma with the ball. Gündogan, of course, went off injured as well as another talking point. Hopefully, fingers crossed, he'll be okay for the Champions League final. As right now, our opponents in the Champions League final are taking on their counterparts, their FA Cup counterparts in Leicester City. Leicester City won the FA Cup, of course, at the weekend against Chelsea. Now a big Champions League clash between City and Chelsea taking place in less than a couple of weeks' time. And a big scramble for Champions League places between Leicester and Chelsea. A win for one of them teams in this game puts them in a really strong position for finishing in the top four come the end of the season. So Liverpool putting themselves into a strong position now with that Alisson header that they scored against West Brom, which means now Liverpool win both their games, then they know that they're going to make the Champions League next season. So a big game for both Leicester and Chelsea. Loser of that game, yeah, looking pretty tight. If Chelsea don't win that game, then yeah, Liverpool will fancy the chances of catching them up. So still work to be done from all them teams. As a shot comes in and it's deflected and it's wide. Could have gone anywhere. Backs against the wall here for Manchester City at this moment in time as the corner goes to Brighton. It is all Brighton here. Still a long 20 minutes or so to go. It's a good block that by Ruben Diaz that sent it out for the corner. As we're now 12 likes away from 100 likes. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Pascal Gross, he's going to take the corner, chooses to pass it and tries to square it across, and Fernandinho just makes the block there. Bit of a wasted corner that for Brighton at the moment as Phil Foden goes through the back of Trossard and out for a free kick to Brighton. Probably not in shooting range. But a chance here to whip the ball in and cause a problem here for Manchester City once more. Trossard feeling the studs there of Phil Foden. City looking to organise their line, telling Bernardo Silva to get onto the line and organise that defensive line. Can Brighton put in a good quality ball here and cause problems for Man City or not? That's the question. They choose to pass it, working it down the left-hand side. It gets squared across and it's defended well by Rodri inside the penalty area. Once more, Man City being put under pressure. Backs against the wall. Brighton to the right-hand side. Still not fully cleared by City. The cross comes in. It's won the header and it's 2-2! It's 2-2. Ruben Diaz is really unhappy about something, so I'm not going to change that score thing just yet. But it's 2-2. Brighton have found the header and found the equaliser. It's Webster with the goal. Man City has surrendered a 2-goal lead, being down to 10 men, feeling the impact that from the referee in the 11th minute, trying to defend it out, and the City have surrendered a 2-goal lead. Not good by Manchester City, and certainly not good preparation going into a Champions League final, surrendering a 2-goal lead. All about confidence going forward. Cross comes in, and they're appealing for offside, they're appealing for a free kick. He's perfectly onside. I think he's just appealing for wrestling with John Stones is what they're appealing for. He's just stronger and bigger, I think. It was Byrne on Stones and it was the Webster at the back that's nodded it in. I think the goal will be given, so I'm going to change it. I don't think there's too much wrong with that. And hopefully now City can spend the next, 17 minutes or so of this game just putting Brighton under pressure and just put an attacker on and take the game to them. Nothing to lose. It doesn't really matter if we lose this game. Of course, we've got the record, the away wins record to go at, but we need an attacker on. No, I agree. I thought Garcia was a negative change. I'd have put Fernandinho on. He plays a good ball forward. Here's Bernardo Silva now. Mahrez picks up the pieces. Had a quiet game, Mahrez. He goes down and a free kick's given to Manchester City now. In a dangerous area. Still 12 likes away, ladies and gentlemen. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. It's Gabriel Jesus. It is an attacking sub by Man City. Mahrez stood over this. Can City put this in the back of the net? That's the question. Similar range to Mahrez when he scored against PSG. That would be great. We put this in. Brighton's turn now to lie somebody down in front of the wall. Could be a good opportunity this for Manchester City. 10 likes away now. 10 likes away from 100 likes. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Subscribe as well if you're new around here. And don't forget to go and check out today's video sponsor, OneFootball. Link at the top of my description and in the chat. What can Mahrez do from this free kick for City in a dangerous area? I mean, Man City have conceded a couple of times. We conceded, of course, just after scoring. So what can Mahrez do? Shot comes in and it's saved by the keeper. It was bundled by the keeper. It managed to gather it up at the second attempt. Not the greatest attempt that from Mahrez, if I'm honest. A comfortable save for the keeper. City, Bernardo Silva's been given a yellow card. City, 15 minutes to go. I'm confident if we took the game to Brighton for 15 minutes, we'd score a goal. So it's really frustrating that we haven't. I think a defender needs to come off. It sounds really controversial, this, but I'd be tempted to take Garcia off. Sub a sub. Just hasn't worked. He isn't physical enough. He isn't quick enough. I don't think he's suitable to anything. Edison comes racing out of his goal. Doesn't get there. Fortunately, John Stones managed to force Trossard out wide. Brighton pick up the pieces once more. Try and play a ball through. That's a great ball through. And he gets a shot away. It's a good save from Edison. And it's in. It's 3-2 Brighton. I think it's 3-2. It's been given. It's 3-2 Brighton. I don't know how this has happened, but City have done what we did against Wolves away. We've gone 2-0 up, got complacent, and now we're behind. We are losing. I don't know how this has happened. What have Man City done here? 17th place Brighton have taken the lead. Just going to shake my head. So much space. I think he's offside. This is very close. The lines are going to be needed here. It's a scrappy finish. It's a centre-back. Why is a centre-back all the way up there? Good initial save from Edison. It's a good second save on the rebound. Is he offside is the question. It's Dan Burn. Loves a goal against Man City. Saw that against loves good performances against us. Like against Wigan. The question is he offside? VAR even going to have a look? No, it's been given. To me, looked offside. I don't even know how they do this anymore. If I'm honest. As Bernardo's come off and Jesus has gone on. I don't know. I don't understand. I'd like to see the lines. I feel like the game's been ruined by that red card. City just all over the place. Chance here for Brighton again. Trossard. And it's saved by Edison. Edison just launches the ball forward towards Phil Foden. It's going to be mopped up by Brighton. It's a heavy touch by Brighton. It's out for a needless throw into City. 2-goal lead. Slip. Inside 30 minutes. Really poor from City. Conceding 3 times. All I'm going to say is you're playing for places in the Champions League final. So some of the players that are playing on here, it's not been good. I agree, Rodri and Garcia have been borderline inept. So free kicks given there to Brighton. Rodri clears the ball away in frustration. And I think he's going to be given a yellow card as well. Oh, sorry, Ruben Diaz. Is it for the challenge? Yeah, just scissors him at the back. Needles that from Diaz. Feeling a bit frustrated, I'm sure. I mean, it's the most unimportant defeat of the season if we lose. It's just the manner it's been done and how it's happened. And the principle of it. And like I said, saw it against Newcastle, and we're seeing it again here today. It's just lethargic from City. This isn't good practice. This isn't good build-up and momentum towards a Champions League final. It's not sharp. It's not clean. It's not slick. It's not professional. It's not very good. We're now 8 likes away from 100 likes. Man City decided to push players forward finally at last. It looks like Jesus has gone to the left-hand side and Foden through the middle. Been a good comeback from Brighton. Brighton just looked like they wanted it more. They look the better team. That's the concerning part. God, we better not go down to 10 men against Chelsea in the Champions League final. God help us. This is the impact it has on us. I mean, we've been clinical. We've had as good a game as it could be at 2-0. We've literally done what we did at Molineux a couple of years ago. Just got that second goal and then just slid off. And once that one goal goes in, we just stopped believing in ourselves and it's just gone to pot. The response from City's been poor, really poor. We're now 6 likes away, another corner to Brighton. Time running out. That away winning record that we've got coming to an end, final away game of the season. Really poor this from Manchester City today. Really poor. Cross comes in from Brighton. It's just about cleared at the back post by Garcia. City just getting bullied. It's just been poor from City. I agree with what everyone's saying. I agree. Rodri and Garcia have been really poor in this game. Really, really poor. Not like a free kick to City. How was he not given a free kick? The referee's a joke. So Fernandinho's going to be given a yellow card instead. We're still not seeing the lines, by the way. Fernandinho has a shout at the referee. He needs to be careful not to get sent off as well. Clearly the player's looking very frustrated. It's 100% a free kick to City from that challenge on Jesus. The referee's just poor, but Stuart Atwell is the man that gave the goal that was never a goal. Four likes now to go. Anto, completely agree with that. Shambles is the word I'd use as well. Three likes to go. We're getting there now, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting there. City just not looking they're not looking composed. Just look frustrated, lack of confidence. Now 1 like. Who wants to be my 100th like? That is the question. We've got over 60 people now tuning in, so thank you everyone for that. There's a free kick given to Man City. Man City get themselves a throw in as we've passed 100 likes, so thank you everyone for that, much appreciated. No composure from City. It's been really poor. It's been poor. Like, even when we went 2-0 up, I'd say the City aren't playing very well. Said it at half time, even though we was winning, we're not playing very well. It's evident, it's clear to see. Just doesn't look very good. Look a bit clueless. Thank you very much, Jacob. Thank you very much, Dan, as well. Much appreciated. As Brighton come forward once again, looking scary on the counter-attacks. Not a good ball in. Still managed to come away with the ball, though. Making that 11th extra man always count, aren't they? Brighton. So fair credit to them for that. To try and have a shot, and it's pinned in, and it's a great block from Ruben Diaz, and another shot comes in from Brighton. It's over the crossbar. It is, at least we've won the league already. And they've got a corner here, Brighton. Just been poor. City don't have a way of getting in their foothold of this game, do they? I agree, Mahrez hasn't been involved in the match since the first minute. City just crumbling under pressure, really struggling. I mean, this is the impact you have when you have fans in the stadium, putting you under pressure and stuff. Like, no fans in the stadium, all of a sudden you don't feel the pressure as much. It's arguably, I could argue a case that Brighton probably wouldn't care if there was no fans in the stadium once they went 2-0 down. Already safe. Already done. The City just boot the ball out of play for a throw into Brighton. It's just Phil Foden sitting up top on his own. 5 minutes to go. Just send all 10 men forward. Just really look to try and pin and put Brighton under pressure. There's just been none of it, has there? At all. I could sit here and slate the referee. And trust me, in my review video I will, because I think he's been dire. I think that's me being nice. But in ourselves, we've just not been very good. This isn't a team that looks like it's on the cusp of Champions League glory. And to be honest, quite a few of the players that have started today will be starting against Chelsea. So it's not really good enough from City. I mean, the players that start on Sunday, if I was a player that hasn't started today but I was starting on Sunday, I'd be rubbing my hands because I'd be thinking a good performance on Sunday and I should be starting in a Champions League final. I mean, in terms of player performances and everything, it's difficult because I can't really speak because we've not had 11 men on the pitch. So it's very different trying to win a game when you're playing with 10 men. But considering we've got the second goal and that 2-goal cushion, we should never be in this position. This is what happens when you let yourself go to sleep, though. You just got to defend properly, go 2-0 up, keep things organised, and you're in a situation where you need to be. And it's not to be, and time's running out now. I think once more it's just exercising the importance of Manchester City not getting complacent about anything. Nothing's done until it's done. It's nasty from Jesus. It's unnecessary. He's going to be giving himself a yellow card there just because he's frustrated. He's only been on the pitch a few minutes and yet he's already frustrated. It's a nasty challenge that from Jesus. It's a yellow card. If he hasn't been given one, I think he's a very lucky man. 6 goals conceded in 2 games. Yes, poor, rubbish. I think they need to go back to basics with Everton. I'll be honest, I would be very tempted if I was Pep to go with the team that might go out against Chelsea against Everton. Would be what I would do. To test their sharpness, how fit they are and where they're up to is where I would go with this. God, someone would have done better, that's funny. Here is Jesus, plays it into space. Rodri now. Into Jesus, takes a heavy touch. It's great skills from him and he goes down. It's hope more than anything. There's nothing else in that, and goalkeeper does well there. I think Rodri's a good player in a game that we're going to dictate possession. I mean, Brighton's had more possession, more passes than us, and I don't think he's very effective when it comes down to that. I think it's Lallana with the challenge there. He needs to be very thankful he won the ball then. That would have been a penalty to City there. Just goes through Jesus there. It was a risky challenge to make at the 88th minute. As Ruben Diaz eventually gets the job done and cleared there for City. VAR's having a look at a potential penalty on Jesus. It's not for me. I don't think it's a penalty anyway. From Lallana on Jesus. This is very lucky for City if we get given it. Yeah, referee's just said no and play continues. I didn't think that was a penalty. Not a penalty for me either. I didn't think it was a pen. It's a poor pass from Brighton. It's going to be collected up by Ederson. So we're about to enter into added time. How long have Man City got here? to try and see if they can rescue maybe a point. Our winning record though is going to come to an end with the 5 minutes added on. Ball gets played forward towards Garcia. It's volleyed in towards... Oh, one back, Fernandinho. Square it across. Oh, good shot. Oh, it's tapped in. Oh, Garcia smacks at that and it goes wide. That was half a chance that for City. It's the best chance City really have had since scoring our second goal there. Eric Garcia had the chance there to have got the goal for City. It was a good square back across by Fernandinho. It was a good save from the keeper from the shot from Gabriel Jesus, and he just puts his foot over it, doesn't he, Eric Garcia? It's all a bit frustrating, this. In what was, quite frankly, there's been 5 goals in this game. Quite frankly, it's been a pretty poor game in terms of it. Quality's low. The quality was low against Newcastle. I said that. Like a pre-season. It's like a pre-season from City. Which is why I'd be going with our Champions League team against Everton, and I'd just be saying, right, let's see what you can do, because if this doesn't work, you ain't starting against Chelsea. And that might help increase the urgency maybe a little bit, as Brighton deal with a ball. And City finally showing a bit of intent and get themselves a throw-in inside the Brighton half. It's taken us long enough. Good defending that from Webster. He's gone down. I mean, there's no contact on his head. There's nothing wrong with him. He's on the floor like a big girl's blouse. Why? Not too sure. I mean, he's a grown man. He's not even made contact. Get up. As Leandro Trossard has been given the man of the match. I'm going to give my man of the match to Phil Foden. Well, it was a good goal, good second goal from him. He's tried his best here. He's just not had any service. There's been nothing there for him, but still done well to bag himself a goal. As I think Zinchenko's gone down on the touchline. He's got himself back up though, which is good. It's a good leave that. And here is Ruben Diaz now bringing himself forward, and that's going to be a free kick for City. Cynical foul there, and it's going to be a yellow card for one of the Brighton players. Not too sure it was who made the challenge. It was Webster. Pulling on Ruben Diaz. Make sure you come down. You ain't going any further. So, 2 minutes remaining of this game. Can Man City muster themselves up another chance? Can they get themselves an equaliser? Get themselves a point from a situation where they should really have had 3 points? Or Man United is going to make a points gain from their poor points at home against Fulham. I think the players are just all feeling the fatigue of the long season, if I'm honest. Just all at a point where they just want it to end. Everything's been decided. I feel that's where we're at. Zinchenko puts the ball in. It's not a bad ball in. It's headed clear by Brighton. It's not fully cleared. It is now. Can clear their lines. Zinchenko's going to let this bounce. He's going to be under pressure. He's just going to try and hook it back in. Does well to actually find Jesus. And he gets support from Zinchenko now. He plays a good pass though, Jesus, to Phil Foden. Can he put a ball in? It's deep. It's not very good, and it's out of play for a goal kick from Phil Foden. So still another 70 seconds or so remaining in the game before the full-time whistle will go. And then we'll have just one more game left of the Premier League season. City, though, blown it. I mean, 2-0 up. Bottled it. Lessons to be learnt as Sanchez, the goalkeeper, goes into the referee's book for time wasting. I'm sure the referee will just be saying he's adding all this on. City, of course, felt the big impact of that sending off, which I will speak about more in my review video, which I'll have up for you guys tomorrow morning for everybody to look forward to. I think after that we can all just move on, as that's going to be a throw into Brighton. Eating down at the minutes. Still another 20 seconds plus whatever the referee wants to add on from the end of that. It's probably be a good 30 seconds or so with time wasting that's gone on in added time. Still Brighton continue to time waste, taking it up to that 5 minute mark. was out of play for a throw into Manchester City now, so it would be a chance for City just to throw it and hoof this clear and hope that it falls to a City player. Garcia sends it to John Stones. How much is the referee going to add on is the question. Stones just levers the ball clear, controlled by Bissouma. Brighton can win the ball back. They head the ball back into the direction of Trossard. It's intercepted well by John Stones. How long's left? Referee hasn't got his whistle in his mouth. He does now, and there is the final whistle. So it finishes Brighton and Hove Albion 3, Manchester City 2. Brighton win this game. Man City's 12-game consecutive winning streak comes to an end. Graham Potter and Pep Guardiola are getting into an argument on the touchline. There's pushing and shoving going on. Pep Guardiola's separating everything. Not too sure what's been said and what's been done there by Manchester City. City's coaches are all furious about something, about the tactics being displayed there. Pep Guardiola's an irrational man there, as Graham Potter there just walks away from the situation now. Edison and Fernandinho are all having a go at the officials there, not happy about something there. The City really got the bit between the teeth there with regards to this. I mean, City need to just be extra careful here because it's a meaningless, pointless game. Don't want to do anything reckless and stupid. Learn your lessons. We're 2-0 up. Don't get complacent. We're down to 10 men. You defend properly. You clear your lines properly. We defended fairly well in the first half. That once we'd conceded, should have just been ensuring there is no space. The fact that Brighton decided to send the big men forward should have been no problem really, because right now Chelsea were thinking tall and physical players like Giroud, get them forward if they're needing a goal to make things happen, and City's defence will just crumble on that. So yeah, like I said, there's important lessons here for City to learn. End of the day though, City scored after 2 minutes and then scored 3 minutes into the second half as well. Should have been job done there from Manchester City, and it hasn't been. And yeah, we need to learn the lessons from this going into that big Champions League game. But as it is, thankfully, we've still got another game at home, our final game of the season, where we're going to be lifting the Premier League trophy, where hopefully we could put in a good, solid performance, get a clean sheet, get a win, and we can use that as confidence going forward. Yeah, it's a setback here for Manchester City. It's a defeat. It's not very good from us, if I'm completely honest. Very, very poor. A bit of a shambles from Manchester City at times. Like I said, I will go into more detail in my review video for everybody to enjoy, which will be up tomorrow. Right, so I'm just going to go through the stats for this game. This isn't going to make nice reading for Manchester City, of course. With us being sent down to 10 men after 10 minutes or so, that's always going to happen. And yeah, it's not really what we're looking for, if I'm honest. Brighton just enjoying having fans back into the stadium, giving themselves a bit of motivation and enjoying themselves. And why not? I would if I was Brighton. For Man City, plenty to learn. I mean, listen to this. 63% possession for Brighton, 37% for City. I've not seen a team have more possession against us than that. That's really inept. 10 men or not, that's so poor from Manchester City. That is where City need to be looking towards, because the fact is, if we go down to 10 men in the Champions League, I'm going to say it right now, the game, it's over, it's done. That's poor, really poor. 51% of duels won by Brighton, 49% for Manchester City. Aerial duels won 52% for Brighton and 48% for Manchester City. 3 offsides for Brighton, 1 for City, and 5 corners for Brighton, 3 for City. None in the second half there. 3 goals for Brighton, 2 for Manchester City. City had 8 shots, 4 on target, 2 goals. Isn't a bad return, but 8 shots in a game from us, how attacking we are, that's poor. Brighton, 19 shots, 6 on target, and 3 goals. Really took the game to us, had the possession. It's so poor. The 17th in the Premier League. They've stayed up, and they've not stayed up by a large amount. They're a good team. I said that in my preview. They're a good team. They like to play football. Graham Potter's a good manager, and he's got them playing some good football. They should be doing better than 17th, but they've not had a great season. So that's really poor from Manchester City, really poor. I'm very disappointed in that, if I'm honest. 18 tackles from Brighton at a 55% tackle completion rate, 15 tackles for City at a 33% tackle completion rate, which isn't good. 25 clearances for City, 11 for Brighton, 6 interceptions for both teams. In terms of passes, just 349 passes for City at a pass completion rate of 83%, just like the possession stats. Bit pathetic, bit of a joke that from City. Nearly 600 passes from Brighton at a pass completion rate of just under 89%. Brighton's stats read how Man City stats normally read: 63% possession, more passes, better pass completion rate, more shots on target. It's been dictated. We were 2-0 up in this game as well. This is poor, really, really poor. And I'm really disappointed from Manchester City. The lessons need to be learnt. They need to be learnt now. We've got a massive Champions League game coming up in less than 2 weeks' time. So we need to be much, much better going forward. It's a shame that our winning record comes to an end. 12 wins in a row in the Premier League. Fantastic achievement from Man City. It does come to an end, unfortunately, here today. In sour taste as well. It feels like Molineux 2.0 at the moment, which is, yeah. We went 2-0 up in that day as well and went down to 10 men. I mean, the biggest argument I have here, I mean, if City went down to 10 men and I felt like it was a legit 10 men, I'd say, yeah, really disappointed. We shouldn't have been doing that. When we went 1-0 up after 2 minutes as well, it's just so poor. But the sending off's just a joke. It's not a sending off. It isn't. I'll be amazed. In fact, I won't be amazed. In fact, yeah, I'll be amazed if that gets overturned because the officiating is a complete joke here in England and in the Premier League. A complete joke. How that is a sending off is beyond me. There's just nothing in it. Danny Welbeck knows as soon as Cancelo doesn't take control, and Cancelo shouldn't have been attempting that in the first place, but once he has, Danny Welbeck just hooks his arm around Cancelo's, then feels the initial contact, gets in front of him, chucked himself to the floor. There's just nothing in it. Like I said, you could easily give a free kick the other way if you wanted to. It's just a joke, a complete joke. It ruined the game for me as well, because Man City just didn't look the same. Not an excuse, of course, but just didn't look the same, and it isn't very good. I can look towards other points. The Lallana, did people think it was a penalty? I'm sure there'll be people out there that did. There was that high foot in the first half. People thought it was a penalty. There was a tackle on Gündogan. That thought it was a red card. The tackle on Gündogan, people weren't happy for. Thought it was a red card as well. It was just a poor display from the officials in general. I think in the summer, I think the officiating should have a good, long, hard look at themselves. Premier League seems to go abroad for the top talents. Can we not go abroad for the top talented referees to improve the officiating over here? It's a bit of a joke, really. Anyway, we've just got no choice now. Just need to move on. Like I said, hopefully the players in the dressing room will have a long, hard look at that, get the recovery under their legs, and this is why the players have been put out today. You need to be sharp, and the players didn't look anything but sharp. So, in my opinion, I'd be going with a very, very near enough, if not our strongest team against Everton, to see how they're matching up. Probably bar maybe 2 or 3 players, I would go for our strongest team that we could put out, and I'd be saying to the players, you are literally now playing for places for the Champions League. If you're playing in attack, you need an assist, you're needing goals. If that isn't happening, then quite frankly, you're not going to be starting. I'd be saying to the defence as well, you're not making the blocks, the interceptions, and you're not winning the important challenges and stuff, then and you're not doing your job, and we're not keeping clean sheets, then quite frankly, the opportunity's been missed, and you're not going to be starting. That's what I'd be saying to the players. So yeah, there we go. Thank you everyone for watching the live watch along of this game. I know it's very frustrating, but City are still champions. We can finish on 86 points, which still isn't a bad points tally. Obviously, I'd like it to have been 89, but it is what it is. Brighton win the game. Normally, I would sit here and say congratulations, but I feel like the win's been brought about from from the red card and the poor officiating. I just don't think this result happens if that red card, that I don't think was a red card, would have happened, but there we go. It is. Brighton did really well when they went 2-0 down, never gave up, continued pushing. So, yeah, congratulations for them. It was a really good effort and never to give up, and showed the spirit of the game. Nice to see fans back in there. Shows the impact fans can have, and hopefully we can have the same impact on Sunday with our fans enjoying us lifting the Premier League trophy, and hopefully a win and a clean sheet and full of confidence going into that Champions League final. Because I'll tell you right now, a win and a clean sheet on Sunday is perfect preparation. No one will care about this game come Sunday, and trust me, no one will care about this game in 2 weeks' time. So there we go. So thank you everyone for watching. It is much appreciated. Do leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this live watch along. 120 likes, let's aim for that. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe as well. We're less than 900 subs away from 18k, so any help towards that also would be much appreciated by me. Don't forget also my social media links, they're in the description below and on the yellow banner too if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. below or in the comments with the live chat rolling still if you want to go and leave your thoughts in there. Vent your frustration or anger. Let me know your thoughts, please do, in the live chat. And lastly, this video, it is sponsored. It's brought to you by the best footballing app out there, OneFootball. I have got my promo video, which I am going to roll for you guys right now. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. Right, I just tweeted out, literally just tweeted out my thoughts there. I'll read out what I'm putting just so you can hear my thoughts in a short summary. I'm just putting really poor performance that from us. Us going 2-0 up has papered over the crack of how bad we were. 10 men or not, Brighton dominated that game after the red card. We did well to get to 2-0 up. That's where I'm up to at the moment. But the defending and desire was a bit of a joke tonight. Must do better if we want CL success. Bam. Done. Tweet sent out. There we go. Right, thank you everyone for tuning in, much appreciated. Thank you to OneFootball for sponsoring this video once more. We'll be back again on Sunday where Manchester City will be lifting the Premier League trophy. So yeah, celebrations galore. Yeah, it is what it is. Like I said, City need to learn the lessons. We've got bigger fish to fry. It's just a very disappointing way for our away campaign in the Premier League to have come to an end in what's been a very successful away campaign for us as well. Nice to see fans back in the stadium. Poor officiating on show for everybody to see. What didn't we know? And City doing Molineux 2.0 again. Yeah, where have we seen all this before? City, though, like I said, need to do better. So thank you everyone for tuning in. It is much appreciated. Do hope everyone is safe and well. Thank you to everyone that's left a thumbs up and has interacted with me on today's live stream. And I'll see you all again on Sunday. It's time to lift the Premier League trophy. So I've been JSGC. Hope you'll have a wonderful rest of your evening. Don't let the result get you down too much. This is a very meaningless game for Manchester City. Like I said, though, do need to be much, much better on Sunday to get good momentum going into that big Champions League finals. Thank you everyone for watching. I've been JSGC. Peace. Ciao for now. Have a good